Now we should be really thankful to engineer Vimala Surendra, who pioneered the hydropower generation in Sri Lanka. Then the Mahavali scheme came. Minister Gamini Disanagar did a huge role with the chairman of the Mahavali Authority, the accountant, Mr. NGP Panditratna. So both of them gave a huge leadership. So we added a lot of electricity to our grid, a lot of energy to our grid. And some even said, okay, we can export electricity to India, not by an engineer, some politicians. Right? Because so fortunately, we had this Mahavali scheme, we had the Lakshapana scheme, and the last one on the Lakshapana scheme, the power station, Broadland, was completed about 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, and it's all connected. Then we are outside Mahavali scheme, we have Samanalweva, Umaweva, and few other Kaluganga and Morga and the few others, but they are small ones. Real hydropower reservoirs are in Mahavali scheme, but we are not free to use the electricity, water free. We are not free to use the water as we wish, because that water has to be used for agriculture as well. But Lakshapana is different. Because of Lakshapana, we can provide adequate drinking water to Colombo city as well, because Lakshapana releases a continuous amount of water all the time to Kallan River. So we are lucky in that sense also. It is not only electricity, it's water supply as well. So if you look at electricity, it's water, and Mahavali water belongs to Mahavali Authority. They donate it free to Ceylon Electricity Board. So Electricity Board gets all the Mahavali water without paying a single cent. And that's why recently they suggested Mahavali Authority should be paid 3 rupees per every unit of electricity generated. Right? So that's a fair deal, because water belongs to one sector, that is the agriculture sector, and it's given to Ceylon Electricity Board totally free over the last 30 years to generate, or 25 years to generate electricity. So still, unfortunately, CEB is making losses. So we have to see why it happens. So if you look at the total energy requirement of Sri Lanka, it is 70,000 gigawatt hours, and per day demand varies between 41 to 48 gigawatt hours. So that is the energy, right? And if you look at hydropower, we generate, we can't generate as we wish, because it's agriculture plus generation. So there are restrictions on it, and all the time the CEB engineers keep hydropower as much as possible saved to meet the peak demand of 2,600 to 2,700 megawatts from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That is our evening peak. Most of the industrialized countries, they get the peak during the daytime. We are not industrialized. We are most agriculture-based country with few industries. Though we supply 40% of the solid tires used in the world, huge quantity of tea used in the world, and there are many things that we supply in huge quantities, like cinnamon, pepper. Those are agriculture products. But similarly, garments, we don't supply the normal market, we supply the niche market, so the high-end market. So we have industries, but they are low energy consuming industries. We don't manufacture cars, we only assemble cars. So we don't need a lot of energy, because high energy industries are producing aluminium, producing steel. So we don't get involved in those things. We involved in low energy consuming industries. So our energy demand is very low when it comes to industrial sector, extremely low. We continue to generate electricity about 41 to 47, and because our evening peak is the critical one. Now we have to see how we are going to provide evening peak. Now fortunately, we must be thankful to that government before 2010 for being bold with Norachole. So we got 900 megawatts of Norachole saying 300 each, but actual capacity is only 270 megawatts. Then we had another wonderful project, but unfortunately, lot of engineers gave wrong advice to then President Sirisena from 2015, because by 2014 that Sampur plant was, everything was ready to begin the construction with Indian assistance, not using our money, the Indian loan. But a lot of people who thought we have to be as green as possible. A lot of engineers, including one of my batchmates, gave wrong advice to President Sirisena, and unfortunately, he started rethinking about the project. And in the meantime, we had our revolutionary parties going to courts on various matters, and finally that project was scrapped. So if you had from Norachole power plant, we get 5,000 gigawatt hours out of 70,000 we need. Had the Sampur come, we would have added another 3,500 megawatt hours, make it 8,500. The shortfall is only half of 17,000. So we could have got half the energy with coal at 65 rupees per unit in the current prices. But it didn't happen. Now we have only 5,000 gigawatt hours provided by Norachole coal. Then now we have to see what the hydropower can do. Hydropower installed capacity is 2,100 megawatt hours, and it's going to increase even further little more. It might come to about 2,500 at most, with mini hydro, micro hydro, everything happening in future. Maximum is 2,500. We can't generate anything more. But at the moment it's 2,100. So theoretically, we can generate close to 10,000 gigawatt hours. Not actually 5,000. 15,000 gigawatt hours out of 17,000 by hydro and coal. That would have been a really good scenario. But unfortunately, if we generate hydropower continuously, within few days, no hydropower. Why? All water gone. And we can't do agriculture either. So that means, hydropower is not readily available. It's available, but not readily. But at 3 rupees per unit. If it is available, wonderful. If it rains every day, wonderful. We can be on hydropower at 3 rupees per unit, and we can provide electricity to everybody 10 rupees a unit. But that is not a practically possible scenario. But with the climate change, we might be generating little more hydropower, but not a substantial amount, maybe 5 to 10% extra. We can't do more than that. Because this year we rained unbelievably heavily, but so we should have generated a lot of hydropower as well by now. Right, now that is hydropower gone, 3 rupees per unit, 5,000 gigawatt hours. Then coal, Norachole coal, another 5,000 gigawatt hours. Now we are short of 7,000 gigawatt hours. We have about 300 to 350 installed solar, but that solar is directly feeding the national grid. Now there's a huge problem there. So when you are feeding the solar power, let's say we have the substation. We come at 9 o'clock in the night, turn on the switch. Do you get light? No. So solar power is available only from about 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And when you have 1 kilowatt installed capacity of solar panels, you get only 4 kilowatt hours per day, or 4.6 kilowatt hours if you mount it on water. So that's the scenario. So we say solar power is not high quality energy. It's very low quality energy. Quality of energy is very low. Why? You can't get it when you want. Whereas coal, hydro, whenever you want, you can get it. Right? Even diesel is very good. It's high quality power, but not solar. So there's one way you can make solar reliable and high quality, and that's the moment you link it up with batteries. So when you have battery storage, you don't have to have huge battery storage. For example, I'm having a off-grid solar system on my rooftop. The inverter is 3.5 kilowatts, so that which means I can go up to 3.5 kilowatt usage or 3500 watt usage at any given time, but not continuously, because my solar panel is only 2 kilowatt hour, 2 kilowatts. So it generates only 8 to 8.5 units per day. But why I can go up to 3.5 with 2 is I'm having a battery storage. I'm having 200 ampere hour battery. So over a short period, I can go very high. Right. So batteries are wonderful and they give pure energy, no fluctuation. So that's why I can have off-grid solar. Feed in the CEB wiring system. So I use only wiring system, one system, but I have only one system, but with one wiring system, I can be on grid, I can be off grid. And when I am off grid, I can go up to the 3500 watts despite having 2 kilowatt solar panels. So it's a wonderful system. But if I need more electricity, I should have gone for 5 kilowatt unit or 10 kilowatt unit. But I'm very, I use energy as carefully as possible, because every drop of every bit of electricity we use, electrical energy, we are adding more carbon dioxide to our atmosphere. Because if we burn coal, we add atmosphere. Hydropower, no, but hydropower is not available adequately. And then wind is no carbon dioxide emission, except the manufacturing of the wind plant. There we have got a lot of carbon dioxide emitted to the atmosphere. Similarly, solar does not emit, but initially it also consumes a little bit of energy, and carbon dioxide emission is associated with it. Then we have mini hydro, and so those plants again very good. Mini hydro is very good because we are not damaging the environment. It's just a minor adjustment to the environment. We can restore the environment, even build a hotel close by, and then improve the livelihood of the people. There are a lot of benefits of mini and micro. But if it is hydro, it has to be run of the river. We can't have reservoirs, because reservoirs will get rid of people from their habitats. So there are a lot of things that we have to consider when we are looking at the energy supply to Ceylon Electricity Board. Now let's see why CEB is losing. 2,600 maximum, then about 810 comes from North Chole. Hydropower might give about 1,800. Now we are short of another close to 1,000. Now how can we generate that? If wind is blowing, we might get a little bit of wind. Otherwise, no wind. Solar, no. So it's gone. Rooftop solar, useless when it comes to evening peak. Then we have to rely on combined cycle heavy oil based plants, combined cycle diesel plants, and diesel plants. Out of combined cycle heavy oil, the unit is about 90 to 100 rupees. That depends. And then if you are talking about combined cycle diesel, it can be about 120. But if you are talking about combined cycle direct diesel, it can vary between 150 to 180. So these are the figures that I got listening to the former general manager of CEB presenting the figures at the beginning of 2023. These are not my figures. These are the CEB general manager's figures that I saw on TV. Right? I don't know whether it's edited, but what I saw on TV is what I am saying.